Good morning and welcome to Football League World TV. It's Friday morning. It's time for the EFL betting show. We do have FA Cup action this weekend. The fourth round kicks off this evening as Boro travel to Manchester United. So we're going to touch on some of the FA Cup games as well. My name is Samuel, chief editor of footballleagueworld.co.uk. I'm joined by Marcus Ali and Ned Holmes. Marcus, how you getting on this morning?
Yeah, really well, thanks, Sam. Hoping to back up a quite a good week last week. Was able to get my accumulator and value bet in, and the wild card was looking a bit promising when Donny took the lead against Plymouth, but then obviously Pilgrims came back and won that one quite comfortably. So yeah, looking forward to getting into my selections this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ned, how you getting on?
Yeah, good, mate. Looking forward to sort of an interesting weekend, given we got sort of quite a few EFL / Premier League, FA Cup ties, and then some good games in all three divisions as well.
Yeah, definitely. Lots going on this weekend. If you haven't watched this betting show before, we touch on 4 different selections. Marcus and Ned will be selecting a banker, an accumulator, a wild card, and a value bet. So 4 different selections. If you're watching this on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, get yourself in the comments. What do you make of Marcus and Ned's selections this morning? Let's get straight into it. So, Marcus, let's get your banker then for this weekend.
So I'm kicking off at the Valley, Charlton Athletic hosting AFC Wimbledon. And the bet for my banker is under 2.5 goals at 3-4. Charlton have been much more defensively solid than they have been sort of exciting going forward since Jackson took the reins. That was the real problem area of the pitch that needed sorting out. Ryan Innes has come into quite good effect in recent weeks, and they have lost a little bit of attacking impetus with Jayden Stockley's injury. They've kept 5 clean sheets in 7 home league games under Johnny Jackson, and 6 of those 7 home league games have involved under 2.5 goals in the match. There's been under 2.5 goals in 7 of their last 10 in all competitions. The same statistic applies to AFC Wimbledon's last 10 as well. So I just think a lot of statistics and just trends pointing in the direction of a lower scoring game. Charlton won 2-1 at Portsmouth on Monday evening, so obviously that went over 2.5 goals, but I think Craig McGillivray will be a little bit frustrated looking back on the goal that he conceded when Charlton were 2-0 up. Yeah, we'll be hoping to make amends with a clean sheet this weekend. So yeah, that's my banker, under 2.5 goals, Charlton Wimbledon.
Lovely. What price is that at?
3-4.
3-4. There we go. What do you think of Marcus's bet? Let us know in the comments. As ever, please do gamble responsibly, 18 and over. Ned, what's your banker for this weekend?
My banker this weekend is Sunderland in over 2.5 against Doncaster. I'm expecting a sort of a response really from the players after that 6-0 drubbing at the hands of Bolton, and I think unfortunately for Doncaster they're going to be sort of the casualties in this scenario. Obviously there's the manager situation as well, a new manager about to arrive. Doesn't sound like they're going to announce who before the game, but still, the Black Cats players will want to impress really, and whoever that new manager coming in is. We've seen, as we saw in midweek, while there is more positivity around Doncaster now, that there's been an improvement there, that they're certainly still a team that can be blown away. Rotherham beat them 5-0, obviously, and I think there's going to be goals in this one and a Sunderland win. So that's Sunderland and over 2.5 at evens, so £5 returns a tenner.
Nice. Some good odds there. I like that one, I've got to say. Jermaine Defoe to get on the score sheet, Ned?
Yeah, why not? Off the bench in the last 5 minutes.
There we go. Well, there we go. That's Ned and Marcus's banker for this weekend. Let's now touch on the accumulators next. Marcus, what is your accumulator for this weekend?
So I've gone for a threefold as always. This one comes in at just under 7-2, so not the bulkiest price. I'm sticking with my banker in one of those 3 selections under 2.5, Charlton Wimbledon. Then alongside that, I've got Bolton double chance, Bolton to win or draw. They're away at Morecambe this weekend. I think there's a decent value in the Trotters. They've won 4 on the bounce without conceding. Morecambe have won just 3 of their last 19 games and have tended to rely on the spectacular from Cole Stockton in order to get those results. that's not very sustainable. I think Bolton are just easily the better team and are one of the form teams in the league, and I can see that carrying on throughout the second half of the season. I probably don't think it'll be enough for them to make the playoffs, but with the likes of Dion Charles hitting the ground running at the top of the pitch, Dapo Affa Lions coming back into the side to good effect, and they've really shored up defensively. With Morecambe in the relegation zone, I think it suits Bolton that, but the Shrimps are going to have to come at them and try to win the game, because the players that they've got on the counter attack could really hurt them. Ever's switch to a back three is working wonders at the moment. And then the third selection is Tranmere, double chance away to Boro. So looking to pounce on a bit of value, like Des has suggested. And that's Tranmere to win or draw at Boro. They're quite a big price to win. I know they lost 4-0 to FGR last week. I think Mickey Mellon will definitely get a reaction. Boro have won just 3 of their last 18 as well. So hopefully Mellon's men can avoid defeat alongside Bolton. And if Charlton goes unders at the Valley, then we should be able to get that ACCA up at just under 7-2.
Nice little treble there. As you alluded to, Des Oldham, great to have you watching us this morning, getting in the comments on YouTube. Luton and Tranmere look extremely overpriced. 9-2 double. Definitely a bet to keep your eyes on for sure. Des, once again, thanks for getting in touch. Just a reminder, please do gamble responsibly. 18 and over. Ned, what's your accumulator then for this weekend?
So I've gone sort of all about goals this week, starting with it's a 4-fold, starting with Sunderland and over 2.5, my banker. Then I've got MK Dons against Lincoln at under 2.5. I think it's three games on the bounce that Liam Manning's side have been involved in a 1-0 scoreline. I think we could see that continue here. Bolton over 2.5 against Morecambe. Obviously, we saw what Bolton were capable of against Sunderland, as Marcus highlighted, one of the really informed sides in the EFL at the moment, and against a Morecambe side whose defensive line has hardly been their strength this season. I think we could certainly see goals there, and then Forest Green against Newport County over 2.5. Obviously, two teams that certainly no shortage of attacking talent, and I think this could be another one where we see a fair few goals sort of fly in, with two teams sort of hoping to secure promotion out of League Two this season. So that's Sunderland over 2.5, MK Dons versus Lincoln under 2.5, Morecambe versus Bolton over 2.5, Forest Green versus Newport County over 2.5, 14.77 to 1. So a fiver returns £78.85.
Nice. I like that a lot. Get yourself in the comments. What do you make of Ned and Marcus's accumulators then for this weekend? Right, let's look at the value bet next. So, Marcus, what is your value bet for this weekend?
So sticking to the theme of the show, as it would seem, Bolton definitely do look value at Morecambe. So my value bet is Bolton to win at Morecambe at 5-4, I think, to get a bit of juice on the price above as an odds against price. I was quite surprised to see that. Morecambe have got the joint worst defence in the division. Bolton are performing like a promotion pushing side at the moment. Not much else that hasn't already been said on this one, but I think Ian Evatt has sort of been on this pathway last season with Bolton, where they had an extended poor run, and he was under a bit of pressure, and they're able to really get it together and put an incredible run together in the second half of the season. They've given themselves probably too much to do in that regard this term. But they do seem like when they're on a good run, they are able to make the most of that. And Morecambe should be low-hanging fruit in that regard. I really do see them as bigger favourites than the bookies' price is suggesting going into that match tomorrow.
Yeah, quite surprised at that 5-4 price actually as well, given Bolton's form of late. Ned, what's your value bet for this weekend?
I'm going, I think it's our only FA Cup pick of the show. I'm going Man City in no against Fulham. I'm expecting to see Marco Silva sort of ring a few changes, given the congested Championship schedule and games coming thick and fast, and then obviously leading the sort of promotion race. Obviously, I think that the bookies are sort of banking on Fulham being the highest scoring team in the Championship, and certainly seems the best side in the Championship over the past few months. But I just think we're going to see a fair few changes, and that's going to have a real impact. And I can see sort of Man City brushing them aside in what's I'm expecting to actually be a fairly disappointing game. So that's Man City and 20-21, 5 returns, £9.76.
Okay, there we go. Wayne Walden, great to have you with us as ever this morning. Good morning, guys. Hope you're all well. We are all well. Wayne, what do you expect tomorrow? A trip to the Etihad Stadium. Do you think Marco Silva's men can pick up a result? Let us know in the comments. Right, let's touch on the wildcard selection next. So the wildcard is a little bit left field. Marcus, what have you gone for here?
So sticking with the mighty Trotters at the moment, my wild card this week is possibly the biggest one I've ever tipped up on this show, 11-1. Marlon Fossey to score any time at the Mazuma Stadium for the Trotters. They managed three shots from inside the box in their 2-0 win against Cambridge United in midweek, getting in at the back post, bombing on from right wing back. Balls coming across from the left-hand side into his path. One of them came off the post, one of them was deflected just over the bar, and then there was a tricky volley that went narrowly wide. He's never scored a senior goal, and I think it's about time at 23. He is really looking dangerous. When Bolton are in possession, he plays in more advanced areas than you'd expect just as a wing-back. He absolutely terrorised Harrison Dunk in midweek, and I'm expecting him to do the same against what is a very leaky Morecambe back line. I think given the chances that he received, he accumulated 0.62 XG in midweek. Given that he's getting in those attacking positions, if he can continue to do so, then 11-1 is an enormous price to score at any time. Also with Bet365, the bet will be voided if he doesn't start. So maybe there's a chance because he played midweek, he never rotates. If that does happen, you'll just get your stake back. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this one. 11-1 Marlon Fossey to score any time for Bolton.
So the overriding feeling is that he's due a goal this weekend, given that the chances he's accumulated over the last week or so. Ned, what is your wild card this weekend?
Mine's slightly less exciting, and perhaps a byproduct of the fact that the last two games I've gone to live have been dull 0-0 draws. I've got a sort of twofold draw accumulator in Hull against Preston to draw. Obviously, Preston sort of draw specialists, and Ryan Lowe was very unapologetic and open about the fact that he sets his team up to sort of earn the draw first away from home, and I can sort of see them doing that against a Hull side that certainly, they've been impressive in recent weeks, but I'm not fully convinced after that change in management that it's completely clicked for them, and I can just sort of see Preston getting another draw out of this one, and then Leyton Orient against Colchester. Orient at the moment just can't buy a win, and Colchester a couple draws recently as well. I think the Brer Group Stadium hasn't seen too many sort of exciting games recently, and I think that run's going to continue, unfortunately, for the fans in East London. So that's Hull and Preston to draw, Leyton Orient and Colchester to draw, 9.88-1, a 5 returns, 54.50.
Okay, there we go. Like it. Ned, Marcus, thanks for your wild cards there. Just before we go, Wayne Walden's got back in touch. I think we'll give Manchester City a good game, and I think we'll win 2-1. Like the optimism there, Wayne. Good to see. Well, there we go. That is the EFL betting show done for another week. Marcus and Ned, thanks for joining me this morning. Thanks for everyone who viewed this show. If you're watching this on repeat on YouTube, please do stick a like in below this video and subscribe to us if you are new around here. We do appreciate all the new subscribers that come and join us here at Football League World TV. We've got one more show coming up for you later today, and that is the EFL weekend preview show. So it is FA Cup weekend, but there's still plenty of EFL action on to get stuck into. But from myself, Marcus and Ned, we shall see you soon.